Hello everyone, welcome to the AI-SDLC update of last 3 weeks. Let's go through the major AI updates that will impact the software development pros and software development industry. At number 5, SRE agents join the runbook. Basically, it's an update from the tool AWS DevOps Agents, which is used for SRE automation. Custom SRE agents can run recurring checks in DB, health, log, anomalies, and reports. MCP A2A access lets Kiro, Cloud, and other agents involve DevOps workflow headlessly. So whatever teams used to do as the repetitive, monotonous tasks that can be handed over to agents. So basically, routine operational work moves from tickets and script into governed agent workflows. So platform teams can connect existing agents assistants to AWS operational context faster. For engineering leaders, this is a tactical move because it can reduce the repetitive operational work. Strategic because it moves AI deeper into platform engineering and SRE, where governance, permissions, observability, and audit trails matter. Permissions, observability, and audit trails matter. The key, The key question is not only whether an agent can find an issue, but whether it can work within the same approval process and reliability standards that production teams already trust. At number 4, we have the recent news about the Fable 5 shutdown requested by United States government. So Anthropic disabled Fable 5 and Mythos 5 for all customers after a US directive. Actually, the US directive was to allow it only for US citizens, but the company found it very difficult to do it that way, and they actually blocked it for everyone. So the concern was like jailbreak, retention, and national security concerns became live operational constraints after this. So I think there were news that the system could break into many government portals, etc. So the teams need to model fallback routing and vendor risk plans for AI-assisted SLC tooling. So it can happen anytime, right? If a new model or a new tool is getting pulled back from the market, then the team needs to be ready to have a backup plan. Legal, security, and compliance reviews now directly affect developer productivity continuity. Engineering leaders should start treating model dependency the way they treat cloud package and third-party API dependency. You know that for cloud dependency we have DR plans or other like vendor locking related plans, etc. So similarly now for models also, the enterprise leaders should plan how to make your application survive a model shutdown or a model unavailability, something like fallback models, etc. The story is strategic because it shows that frontier AI is no longer just a productivity choice. It is becoming part of an enterprise architecture, compliance, and operational resilience. At number 3, Copilot becomes a desktop workspace. So the Copilot app cross-platform is generally available now. The Copilot app is now generally available on macOS, Windows, and Linux. It becomes a native desktop home for GitHub-based agentic development sessions. Agents become persistent workspace, not just an IDE plugin or chat panel. Enterprise need desktop policy, identity, audit, and model access control around agents. So earlier AI assistants mostly meant code completion inside editor. Then there was this next phase where it became like chat. Then this became agents within IDE, right? Now it's moving to a like more elaborated entered desktop cross repo kind of a setup where your agents can understand context across multiple repositories, multiple issues, pull requests, etc., and implement or perform tasks. So a dedicated app signals that agent-driven work is becoming first-class development surface. For enterprise teams, the opportunity is smooth delegation. Developers can hand off investigation, refactoring, test generation, or pull request operations to an agent workflow that is tightly connected to GitHub. But the governance question grows as well. Once agents operate outside the single ID session, organizations need clear policies for repository access, model choice, command execution, secret, etc. So this is a strategic developer productivity story. It does not replace any engineering discipline. It changes where engineering work is coordinated. The winners will be the teams that effectively use it with a proper governance. At number 2, agentic security at machine speed. So AWS Continuum. Continuum discovers, prioritize, validates, and remediates code risks within guardrails. Threat modeling and context graph prioritization bring business context into AppSec workflows. So AWS Continuum is one of the clearest AI DevSecOps launches during this last 3 weeks. AWS describes Continuum as a service that discovers, prioritizes, validates, and remediates security risks at machine speed with customer-defined guardrails. The important point is that it is not only about finding vulnerabilities, it covers lifecycle after the finding, deciding what matters, providing exploitability in a sandbox, applying reversible mitigations, etc. So this is a big change for AppSec team, as you can understand. Traditional vulnerability management often creates huge backlogs, right? If you have worked on any vulnerability fix effort, you understand that before the introduction of these AI tools, how much effort used to go into making your application up to date and more secure. Freedom is AWS answer to this challenge. Agentic security that works with business context, environment context, and guardrails. I think AWS is a little late here. Cloud and other providers already had a similar solution live for more than a couple of months now. At number one position, the most important update, coding and cyber agents take a step up. So OpenAI GPT 5.6 Sol. OpenAI previews a stronger model for coding, terminal tasks, and defensive security. As it is stated, it's a preview yet, it's not yet generally available. However, this preview was announced during last 3 weeks. The Sol adds stronger agentic coding, cybersecurity, and deep reasoning capability in limited preview. Enterprise usage analytics and spend controls add governance around advanced AI adoption. So for enterprises, the impact it's going to make is more capable agents can help with code review, debugging, patching, and vulnerability research. AI governance must combine access control, cost visibility, monitoring, and safety policy. So the SDLC relevance here is very direct. OpenAI highlights stronger performance on command line workflows that require planning, iteration, and tool coordination. So in fact, from my personal experience, the OpenAI's 5.5, while it was able to do the coding task from a spec-driven development perspective, it was struggling a bit with the quality of the code. When I got the code reviewed using other AI models, there are a lot of comments and a lot of comment fixing cycles that I had to do. So probably this more capable 5.6 model will solve that problem. The cybersecurity angle is also critical. This is a top story because it shows the two sides of the enterprise hurdles at the same time. Model capability is advancing rapidly, but serious adoption depends on control, safety, auditability, cost management, and policy. Cost management is very important point here. As if you are using GitHub Copilot solution, the price hike has impacted teams a lot. The agent for model usage prices have skyrocketed, I would say. So the cost is going to be an important factor when you use such a high capable models. The cost is also going to be high. So for enterprise, it will be more about having a balance for maybe have your own local LLM for simple tasks, and for critical modules and complex bug fixes, security scan, and all use a highly capable model. Eventually, it will all go there. Let's see how this Sol 5.6 is going to impact. Quote of the week. It's from Swami Subramanian, Vice President of Agentic AI AWS. What do you think about the updates this week? Comment or reach out. Thank you for watching the video. See you again with another update.